Gonna be honest with you guys, I'm happy to be out of the house after the 18 hours of Facebookery this afternoon. Yep, just the 18 hours for me today. I have no memory of what I was doing before Facebook. Something was there. I was doing, what was it, tilling wheat? What was I doing? Now it's just Facebook. And I like it, but I have a theory about it that you can use in your own conversations if there's ever a lull. I think the government made Facebook in an attempt to make privacy uncool. Think about that. I think that's true. Because they don't have to tap our phones or survey us when we just yield to them everything. Just on our own free will, just like home address, it's a little weird, okay. Phone number, call me. Photos? Photos of everyone I know? Here, let me tag those for you. That's Adam. He deals weed.
I think what's more interesting about the future, Carl, is the fact that technology integrated with humans will be fascinating. So, for instance, they're talking, about the fact that in the future we may even be able to have chips in our head that allow us to access the internet or an equivalent of it directly, mentally.
So imagine that. To say, not French fries.
Hang on, though. At what point are we us then?
Yeah, this is good.
Go on.
No, because if I can go on the internet at any time, then that's going to know more than me.
What does that mean?
Okay.
When I don't know an answer to something now, which is a lot of stuff.
Really?
Go on.
You watch University Challenge, and the stuff them kids on that know. I just think, where have they stored that? For me, if something doesn't get used within a time period, that's it.
But again,
it's forgotten about.
Basically, you've got about the same hardware as those people.
Honest to God, I haven't. I know I haven't. So what I'm saying is, if I want to know the answer to something, I go on the internet.
Yeah. Right.
Now, if I've got a chip in my head with Google on it, I'm never going to use my head. I'll just be forever on Google.
I'm never going to use my head!
Well, I'm not, because what's the point?
Your head is, though?
Because I'm going to get it wrong. The chances are I'll get it wrong, so divert that. It's like saying...
No, you can't bypass the brain straight to Google. When you're having a chat socially, it's not like they're going, all right, Carl, how are you? And you're not there. You're asleep, and Google's talking. I think you'll find that they don't...
No, only...
Do you want to see naked ladies?
No, only for questions, though, that I don't know. But what I'm saying is, because I don't know a lot of the answers, I'll just say, forget it, leave it connected to Google. So then I'm not me anymore.
Well, what are you doing? Where's you gone?
I'm looking at Google.
So it is you. But I imagine he's saying it's the next step in convenience with technology and an interface between a human and a research tool or fun. Computers went from being the size of a room to a thing you can wear on your watch. So the next step may be, you won't forget your Palm Top, you won't forget your iPod, you won't forget your laptop. It's in there, it's an interface.
I know, but it makes us lazy.
Carl, it's not a question of it's not that Google is now Carl. It looks like Carl, but it's just spouting, little pop-ups about offers you can buy and cheap holidays here and there.
He's not the man I'm married.
I'm of the school that the river of time forks into two rivers. So,
only two?
Well, possibly 3, 4, depending on how many times you go into your time machine. You can have some real paradoxes unless the river of time forks. You know that you can be your own mother and your own father and your own son and daughter? Let's say I have a woman who then grows up and then decides that she wants to change into a man. Then as a man, he goes backwards in time to meet himself as a woman, makes love to himself, has a baby. Then they take that baby backwards in time, who becomes the young woman.
But this technology could also be used to keep every citizen under round-the-clock surveillance. A future Alexa will pretend to take orders, but this Alexa will be watching you, clucking her tongue and stamping her foot. In future, voice connectivity will be in every room and almost every object. Your mattress will monitor your nightmares, your fridge will beep for more cheese, your front door will sweep wide the moment you approach like some silent butler. Your smart meter will go hustling of its own accord for the cheapest electricity, and every one of them minutely transcribing your every habit in tiny electronic shorthand, stored not in their chips or in their innards, nowhere you can find it, but in some great cloud of data that lowers ever more oppressively over the human race.
But I think that is bollocks, because I think what will happen is they'll make computers that are like human beings. But if they are like human beings, then fundamentally they'll be lazy and they'll want to get other things to do the jobs that they don't want to do, like men. And what they'll do is they'll breed men that can remember things and take notes for them, and they'll have little laptop men, and it'll be the craze for computers to think, oh, let's come up with a more efficient way of booking cheap flight tickets. And what will happen is you'll have computers with men strapped to the front of them that shout to men attached to the front of travel agent computers. And then what will happen is they'll invent a man that's more intelligent than computers. And then what will happen is this man will be enormous and computers will die out. So everything will be back to the way it is, except that men will be 50 feet high. And we'll all kill each other in a nuclear holocaust. But that's not the point. The point is we're in control of our own destiny.
Again, Leo was not asked to press them. It was asked if it knew how to press them. It correctly assumed that was what she was going to ask of it next. Even today's robots can barely predict what humans want, but this robot, who is 2 decades old, is able to make its own decisions. Next, the scientist flies an object around so that Leo can learn how to track things with its mounted camera eyes. Much like Leo's harmless appearance, they use an Elmo doll to disarm our senses. It's able to track this Elmo doll without problem. It learns how to identify and track red things if asked. Here, it remembers Big Bird's face and is able to find Big Bird when asked.
Can you find Big Bird?
Leo has a neutral expression at first. When the scientist says that Big Bird is a friend, Leo likes him.
Hey Leo, look at Big Bird. Don't you think he's great?
It can also be trained to not like something.
Leo, Cookie Monster is very bad. He's very bad, Leo. He's a scary monster who wants to get your cookies.
If Leo can be taught how to fear or love, then he could also be taught how to hate and destroy. Think about what a bigger robot could do with these abilities. It could be trained to be a police robot, a self-learning face-scanning cyborg that can be taught to do great good or great evil. Or even more terrifying, maybe it could come to the conclusion of what's good and what's evil on its own. Leo could be an early prototype for all that and more. Again, this is just an opinion, but it creeps me out to keep robotic AI looking as soft, cuddly, and unassuming as possible.
As you can see, there's a robot. What does the robot do?
I was told that it's supposed to scan what is out.
It scans what's out. So right now it's scanning. Right now. Oh, it moved from its place in the back. Okay. Scanning. Where is it scanning? I don't see the... I don't trust you, robot. Where's your scanner? I don't... Oh, Lord. Coming towards me. Hi. What are you doing? Freaking me out. That's what you're doing.
What you need, the thing about it, first of what you have to understand, the thing you should comprehend is first of all, it's a fantastic, it's a machine, it's made up, it's composed of, there's maybe million, up to billions of teeny little, there's all kinds of little, there's all kinds of little, and every one is guaranteed to break down.